Hi, welcome to Viruses and How to Beat Them. For the next 7 weeks, we're a team. Together, we'll explore the world of viruses, how they invade our bodies, infect our cells, and how they cause disease. We'll learn about the immune system, how we recognize the enemy and bring in the special forces to knock him out. Surprisingly, although viruses are clearly the ultimate parasites, they aren't really alive. In fact, many of them don't even have DNA. In order to fully understand all of this, you're going to need some background, a bit of chemistry, a good review of cells that make up our bodies, and an understanding of how proteins are put together. However, don't fret. Step by step, we'll work together and provide you with the basics. In the coming 2 lessons, we will first need to bring you up to speed and go over some fundamental principles of how water reacts with the macromolecules of our bodies and how membranes work. Sounds complicated or confusing? Trust me, in no time you too will realize that cell biology, virology, and immunology are fascinating and easy to understand. So, let's begin. Have you ever thought about what life is all about? Look here at this falcon above me, hovering and flapping its wings. Obviously, the bird's alive. But its behavior tells us something about what life is about. You ask yourself, what's the bird doing? Where is it going? Why isn't it flying? And then all of a sudden, it dives, swoops down for the kill, and it all begins to make sense. Life is all about purpose. Look, here's Bryce Canyon in all its glory. Clearly magnificent, evidence of remarkable geological processes. Yet in our appreciation of Bryce Canyon, we don't ask ourselves, what is it doing? Or for what purpose? Rock formations can be amazing, yet we never ask ourselves why. We may ask, how are they formed? But we don't ask, what are the rocks trying to accomplish? Now here, on the other hand, are the surprising Moai statues of Easter Island. These too are rock formations, although this time our curiosity seeks a purpose. Someone obviously went to a lot of trouble to create these enormous stone statues. Thus, although they themselves are not alive, they are clear evidence of life. Actually, life is a bit more than just purpose. Life seems to connect structure with function. Take this stone house, for example. The stones are inanimate, surely, but they are organized and carefully assembled, creating a structure, fulfilling a function. In fact, even the term we use for animals, plants, and bacteria, organisms, implies that all living things are organized. They're not random, and they don't simply have structure. They have function. Purpose, structure, and function are not exclusively human. Spider webs can be elaborate and carefully constructed for the purpose of trapping prey. Thorns on bushes usually have a purpose. Generally, thorny plants are less likely to be eaten, but the usefulness of thorns can sometimes surprise us. This grasshopper is going nowhere, obviously it's dead. But how did it get stuck? Could it be that this bug was intentionally impaled? And if so, for what purpose? Who's responsible? My colleagues at Tel Aviv University gave me a few more examples of impaled animals on thorns, beetles, and even a shrew. Clearly, someone is lancing insects and other small creatures. But to what end? If we investigate and stake out places where impaled animals are often found, we may encounter the shrike, a seemingly harmless songbird. As we further investigate, we discover that shrikes and skewered bugs seem to go together. The shrike behavior surprisingly has a purpose, and thus is a part of life. As you know, birds have no hands. The shrike has devised a practice of lancing its prey, giving it a hold, and allowing it to eat more efficiently. You see, life can be surprising. So, what have we learned? That life is associated with structures and their functions, that there is a purposefulness to the living processes. Curious observations can stimulate our interest. Investigation will determine if what we observed is a random event, or rather a pattern that repeats itself, and if reproducibility prevails and there's a shrike in the area, skewered beetles for lunch are predictable.